Hello?
Hi. It's Carly. How are you feeling?
I've had better mornings.
Yeah, I know. Molly, today is gonna hurt real bad, probably in ways you never even expected, but you're gonna get through it, honey, 1 minute at a time.
When I woke up this morning, I looked over at Jake's side of the bed. And for a few seconds, I couldn't remember why he hadn't slept there last night. And then it hit me all over again that he's gone.
From this earth only, Moll. In spirit, he will always be with you.
I know, but I want him here. Okay, I want him right here where I can put my arms around him.
I know. Well, you put your arms around Bridget and Michelle, okay? Jake is living in them. You hold on to those kids, Molly. They are gonna need you now. And you're gonna need them.
Decent?
That depends on what you mean by decent.
I think you look swell, and you're gonna look even better after today.
Oh, really? You're sure about this? Huh?
Yes, I am. We got a specialist coming in. He's gonna look at us and say, I know what's wrong with you girls. I'm gonna write a prescription. By lunchtime, we're gonna be entering the Miss Teen USA pageant.
That'd be pretty great, wouldn't it?
Yeah, gotta think positive. The glass is half full, you know? And here, I even brought you a new outfit when you leave the hospital.
Well, I'm not going to change into it just yet, if you don't mind. But you know what? You know what I'm going to do if we do get suddenly miraculously cured?
What?
I'm going to go racing over to John's. I'm going to get Parker.
Hey, Jack, can I talk to you for a minute?
Well, yeah, that specialist from Chicago get here
Yeah,
yet?
he got here. Listen, I want to talk to you about Carly. I think that she should be told, before she's examined, that Rosanna has
What good would
custody.
that do, John?
Because I think the longer it goes on that she doesn't know, the harder it's going to be when she finds out.
For Carly, today's about seeing the specialist and hopefully getting some answers about how she can recover. I don't know about you, John, but I think that's enough.
You realize that there are over 100 different ways that she could find out about Parker before you tell her? Is that what you want? She could overhear a conversation here in the hospital. You know how many jabbers, yak, 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 yak. And then you find out about Parker. That's Dr. Ferguson. How are you? Nice to see you.
Detective Jack Snyder. So, do you think you can help him? It's a bit premature to ask that. Would you solve a crime without knowing all the evidence? On a good day, yeah.
Dr. Ferguson, come right in here. Carly Tenney, Rose D-Angelo, this is Dr. Ferguson.
Hello. Nice to meet you.
Hi.
Interesting.
Ah, you feeling lucky today, Doc? Because we sure are.
Incredible.
I'm glad you approve.
I left some equipment back at the nurse's station. Could you see if someone could bring it for me, please?
I'll take care of it. Sure.
It would be okay if I stepped out for a while.
Yeah, I guess so.
Let me float a theory. The spa in which you were held prisoner was always extremely warm.
Oh, it's like a summer in Hoboken.
And the lotions and the drinks they gave you, they were warm too?
Yes, how did you know that?
Heat would facilitate a chemical reaction on the surface of the skin.
Excellent.
Okay. Well, how do we fix that?
Dr. Dixon asked me to bring this to you.
Thanks very much.
Oh. You know, that looks like this thing my Aunt Sophia used to use to do her needlepoint. Blind as a bat. You couldn't even see a thing. But look.
This is a very useful tool, but it's not a crystal ball. Try not to get your hopes up.
Telling Carly that Rosanna has custody of Parker is the worst thing we can do. John, I'm not going to betray her like that, and I don't want you to either.
Carly has been through hell, Jack. You know that? And she hasn't fallen apart yet. Don't you think it's time you stopped protecting her so much and started to trust her?
So what do you think, Doc? Do you see anything that can help us?
So how do we do?
Unfortunately, not well.
Why not?
The epidermis has lost all its elasticity. The muscle tone is completely gone. Reversing this kind of damage will be a long and difficult process.
That's it? Long and difficult? End of story?
My suggestion to you both is that you check into the research facility in which I'm a fellow. That way we can study your condition more fully.
Well, for how long?
6 months, rough estimate.
Half a year under a microscope. Well, that's an offer we just can't turn down.
Can I talk to you for a minute?
Huh? Excuse us.
What? Oh, this guy, John, he's a piece of work. I wouldn't hire him to cut Carly's
Oh,
toenails.
come on. His bedside manner leaves a little to be desired, but, you know, there are always other specialists, Jack. I don't want you to give up hope.
No, I'm not. I'm gonna take matters into my own hands.
What do you mean?
Well, maybe the best man to undo what Weston has done is Weston himself. Wherever he is, I'll find him, I'll drag him back here.
Jack, that could take months. What about Parker and Rosanna?
No, Parker Bright, no way a court is gonna take Parker away from his mother. Once Carly's back on her feet, Rosanna will just have to step aside.
I suppose it drags on and on.
I am not gonna let that happen.
Yeah? What are you gonna do?
Tell Carly I'll be back later.
Where you going?
What are you, my sidekick now?
Yes, where are you going?
I'm gonna make sure Parker stays with his mother.
Thank you for coming. Enjoy your trip back to Chicago.
Thank you. I'll have my office send the admission forms to Dr. Dixon.
Admission forms?
To the research facility. You do recall that was my recommendation?
Oh, yes, I do recall. But don't wait by the phone for our phone call, if you catch my drift. Am I right?
Oh, yeah, she's right.
Failure to submit to this research would be a tremendous mistake.
You think I'm gonna go there, be under a microscope, so you can pick at me? What, do you think I am, Elephant Woman?
I gave you the benefit of my expertise. If you're unable to...
Get out of here. Go! Take your story, take a long walk, go! Hurry!
My bill will arrive shortly.
Oh,
See
please.
that you pay it within 30 days.
Okay, we'll see about that.
Find me.
Recall
I don't have
that.
insurance. Goodbye! Can you believe that guy?
Elephant woman. That's great.
Well, not my best material, but you know. I think he was afraid I was gonna punch him.
Yeah, I kind of felt like punching him myself.
I wouldn't dirty my very age-spotted hands, thank you very much, but did feel good.
Yeah, it sure did. You know why?
Because taking the air out of a balloon is much more fun than putting air in it.
Because we took matters into our own hands.
You're right.
Yeah. And we gotta keep doing that. Whatever it takes. Maybe it'll work and maybe it won't, but at least we'll be fighting.
Hello, Reverend. Care to expand upon your profoundly moving sermon from last night?
I know I came out a little strong. I just thought you should understand how Greg operates.
Perhaps I already do.
I didn't mean to offend you, Rosanna. That's not why I'm here.
Well, if you're here to see Parker, he's already down for his nap, so perhaps
No,
you can
it's
come
not
back
Parker either.
later. You want to talk about Carly?
How'd you guess? May I come in? Dr. Weston, or Towns, or whoever he is this week, invented a process that aids Carly and Rosa's skin. Now, this big specialist from Chicago, he's going to need weeks to study it before he can do anything, so now it's in my hands.
Meaning?
Meaning I'm going to find Weston, get him to reveal what he did. And once we figure out the steps involved, we can work on a way to reverse it.
Well, that's certainly worth a try. Good luck.
The problem is, Rosanna, that's going to take some time. Meanwhile, Parker is in your custody.
Well, that's not a problem, because I'll be happy to take care of Parker as long as necessary.
Listen to me. The reason why Parker's such a great kid is because he's got a great mother. I don't want you to forget that. Parker still belongs to Carly.
I've said over and over again that I'm not trying to steal Parker. If you don't believe me, I'm not sure what I can do.
What are you doing?
I'm writing you a check. Perhaps it'll help you find that doctor that you're looking for.
I don't want your money, Rosanna. I can find him on my own.
Use this to post a reward.
$1 million.
Afraid you'll be indebted to me?
No. No, I just don't want Carly to be.
She's not. This money can buy a lot of information, Jack, a lot of people, a lot of time.
Thank you. I mean that. This doesn't buy Parker.
Hey,
What?
look what I picked up. Yeah,
Are you and Paul engaged?
yeah. Paul popped the question. I popped the answer.
Oh, Rose. Oh, that's fantastic.
Thanks. I'm still kind of in shock, you know? I just never imagined when I was back in Atlantic City that a guy like Paul would give me a ring like that. It's gorgeous.
It is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Wow. So is that why you're not wearing it every single minute? Because you can't really believe that it's true, that it's really happening? Or-
Oh, yeah. I'm sure. Yeah, that's it. And also, you know, I'm getting used to the old self-image.
Right. Or are you just leaving it in your pocket because you're afraid that it'll make me feel jealous or something?
No, it's just that you have enough going on in your life. You don't need to feel like you're missing out on anything right
I'm
now.
not missing out on anything. Jack has been great.
He is great. He's like a real-life hero. You know that?
Yeah.
He is.
Besides which, marriage. I mean, I think I'd better put that off until I'm a little bit younger.
That's a good one. I'm gonna have to remember that one. That was very good. Very good material there.
And for now, the most important man in my life has got to be Parker.
You guys want to tell me what you did to Dr. Ferguson?
Nothing. Why?
Because the nurse saw him weeping as he
Oh.
left this room.
Well, Rose and I decided that we didn't want to be some kind of tourist attraction.
Yeah.
And Dr. Ferguson didn't agree with our findings.
Right.
So what is it, on to another specialist then?
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose so. But you know, let's talk about something good and happy. Like, just tell me, what is Parker like for breakfast these days?
You know something? I introduced him to cinnamon toast when he was with me. He loved it so much we had cinnamon toast for breakfast, for lunch, for dinner, for a snack. He couldn't get enough of it, coming out of his ears.
You said that Parker was with you, but where is he now?
Did I say that?
Yes.
Ah, that's a slip of the tongue. Parker is my main man. We are bonding with cinnamon toast.
Right.
And my life has never been sweeter.
Oh, good one.
So I suppose I should stock up on the cinnamon then. when
I'd
I
do
get out
that
of
if I
here.
were you. I'll talk to you later.
Rose. He's lying, isn't he?
If you've had a heart attack or a stroke,
We're gonna go to the cafeteria and get some brownies. The best brownies in the world.
Rose,
I'm sure you've had them.
You're changing the subject,
Want another
Rose.
one?
I'm asking you a question
Hey.
about...
Hi, Jack.
You guys ready for some good news?
Yeah, I got some good news. But first, I'd like
I know
to
that
ask a
session with the
question about
specialist was a
Parker.
bust, and I don't want you to worry about that. We're going a different way.
Whatever way that is. Can I go that way? Because
Well, I told Carly that we were going to try to find Weston, and that search is heating up. We're offering a reward for his capture, and when we find him, we'll get him to tell us how to reverse what happened to you.
Oh, that's great. That's great. That's wonderful
Now,
news.
It's going to take a little time, but I will find him.
I'm sure you will. If anybody can find Weston, it's you. Now, can we get back to Parker, please,
Well,
just
what
for a
about-
moment?
You know what, guys? I have to call Paul and tell him about this doctor guy that was here. I'll be right.
What? Somebody tell you something about Parker? What happened?
I have a very, very bad feeling that I have been lied to about where Parker is. So I'm asking you point blank, Jack. What's going on with my kid?